We're back again in the shed of all things Dire Straitsy. And here is Cameron Nelson. Cameron, what's so interesting about your bass guitar?
Right. Now this is a replica of John Illsley's bass that he used on the Brothers in Arms album and the tours that he did subsequent to that. It's a 1961. And
So it's, is it from 1961 or is it made to look like the 1960s?
this is made to look like his 1961 bass.
Ah.
Yes. So.
And was it expensive?
Yeah.
Family show.
My wife might be able to see this video.
Okay.
So,
So no, it wasn't.
it was a snip.
But if you had paid full price for it, it would have been what?
It would have been about about $2,000. It was
Wow.
about $2,000.
Well,
Yes.
you are lucky you got it for a mere fraction of that.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
This has been built by an English luthier based in Dublin, Ireland, and it was commissioned by the chap who I bought it from.
Was he also in Dublin?
He was in Dublin, indeed.
So did you have to go to Dublin?
I flew to Dublin and met Niall at the airport, and on one of the, I think it was one of the luggage vans, we sat and I tried it out. He brought a small amplifier with him and a little battery-operated headphone-y setup, so I was able to use it, try it out, and the deal was done. The deal was struck.
So you took away the bass guitar back on the
I
plane.
did indeed. It
And-
had its own seat.
Do you have to book it under a name?
I did. I did.
Mr. Illsley.
It was known as Mr. Illsley.
That's
Exactly
fantastic.
that, Mr. Illsley bass. So, but it nearly travelled on its own. The little story I have on that is that when I got a boarding card for this and a boarding card for myself, which was on my phone on the Ryanair app, and so I went to the check-in turnstile thingy, put the phone on to bring bass through, absolutely no trouble at all. Needed to get myself through, and I had the chap who was helping out at the check-in there to help me, and I couldn't find the boarding pass for myself, and so bass was checked in onto plane for its seat, and I wasn't. So I had the panic then of having to go back to the ticket area and buy myself a new ticket, because I tried everything on my phone, which was probably down to my battery being pretty lousy, that it hadn't stored the boarding pass for me. So yes, so it cost me even more as an extra ticket.
So another 50p if Andrew is watching.
At least.
Well, I'm glad then you managed to get it back and yourself back.
Yeah,
in one
we
piece.
got on. I do have photographic evidence of me and bass sitting in the plane, and brought it home. But yeah, as you see, it's had a little bit of aging done to it in the way it's been made.
Yes, so I think they paint it white and then sort of age it.
It's
like UV or something.
It's white, and then I think he's actually the chap who did it has sprayed another colour over the top and then taken a little bit of it off around the edges to give it a bit of age looking. But that's rather nice. You'll spot little simple things here, which John Illsley's bass has too. It doesn't say jazz bass up there. I think he was asked at some time, why hasn't he got there, and he doesn't know. But we've got Fender, but we haven't got jazz bass. He's fitted 3 chrome dome knobs, which is not what would normally be on a jazz bass. You'd normally have the plastic knobs. So that's a John Illsley little item. Probably on it when he bought his bass, because he bought his bass in New York from Rudy's guitar shop.
Famous Rudy's.
Famous
Rudy
Rudy's.
Pencer.
Well, that's the man. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm looking forward to buying one of his guitars one day.
I think you should do. I can't see why not.
No,
Good thing
they're
to
quite
do.
cheap these days.
They get auctioned off quite often. But you'll see here on the back here we have a engrave might be difficult to see on
it
there,
is,
but it
yeah.
does
What
say
does
John Illsley, 1961 tribute jazz bass.
Oh.
So it's a hand-built bass. It wasn't built by Mr. Fender or any of his workers. That's it. It's very nicely done by a guy who obviously knows what he was doing. So it's a handmade bass, very much like our guitarist in the band.
Oh yeah,
Who
that's a later edition.
Far more handmade.
Episode
pieces
1 to
in his
11
hand.
of Behind the Scenes Guitars. Well, thanks very much,
Yeah,
and
you're
we look
welcome,
forward to
you're
seeing
welcome.
you playing it on our next gig, which is in
Billsley.
King's Heath, the Billsley Rock Club in King's Heath. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is sometime in July.
No, yeah. Don't worry. This bit will buff out. It'll buff out.